Morning, Jail. Morning, Mr. Evans.
Morning, Judge. Good morning.
In the matter of People versus Martin on 244807, appearances for the record.
He's on mute.
You're on mute, Mr. Evans. Same thing I was.
Sorry about that. Matthew Evans on behalf of Mr. Martin. Your Honor, this time we're just going to waive any reading and stand mute.
Court winner plea of not guilty, office of assigned counsel, and then Esteban.
Esteban, Your Honor, he is currently receiving SSI, so he's not working. He is getting some mental health treatment through CMH with a diagnosis of schizophrenia. He indicated he would have gotten his shot within the last day or so. So, Your Honor, we just asked for a PR bond.
Ms. Tracy, are you here on Mr. Martin?
Good morning. I was just informed that he is due for his injection.
Is he, do you know where, is he in a facility with CMH or panel provider? What's going on with?
He is working with CMH with us.
Is he compliant?
That one I am not sure, to be honest.
Well, that would be helpful.
Let me look.
Mr. Martin, will you have no contact with Mr. Jones?
No, I will never get in contact with him again. I'm going to the homeless shelter. If you let me out, if I would go now, I'll go to the homeless shelter and go there and stay there and try to get my place to stay in another place. I get SSI, so I can go to another place. I don't need to be there. I don't need them around me and stuff like that. Put me at the house, in my own house. You put me out there and don't be spoken.
Mr. Martin, who's his case manager?
Keith, and it looks like Keith hasn't had any contact with him in months, so he has not been compliant.
All right. Let me take it under advisement. Mr. Martin, I'm gonna talk with CMH and then try and get a plan for you when you're released, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. In the matter of People versus Roderick Porter on 244837, appearances for the record.
Matthew Evans on behalf of Mr. Porter will waive the formal reading and stand mute.
All right. Court winner plea of not guilty, office of assigned counsel. Pre-exam is 9/11 at 11:30. Preliminary exam is 9/17 at 2 p.m. That will be in front of Judge Stearns. Esteban.
Your Honor, he's been a resident of this area for 15 years. Been at that same residence there on 19th Street for the same amount of time. He's got a high school education, 2 years of college. He's self-employed and is a caretaker actually for his grandmother, who also lives at that address and is in hospice care. He does have some prior contacts based upon just what the prosecutor's representations are. I think the last time he was in trouble was 14 years ago. So we would ask for a PR bond, obviously no weapon.
I gave it to
I see he has a bench warrant out of Bay City. Given the fact that based on the nature of the charge, based on the fact that there is a bench warrant outstanding in Bay City, Bond will be set at 5,000 cash surety, 10% bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
In the matter of People versus Valdez Ria on 244839, appearances for the record.
Matthew Evans, on behalf of Mr. Rail, will waive the formal reading and stand mute.
Plea of not guilty. Office of assigned counsel.
Yes,
Esteban.
Your Honor, he is currently on parole. Indicated to me that the complainant in this matter does not live in the same household with his wife. She lives in Cleo, so there won't be any contact. We asked for a PR bond.
Was he released from, or what's this parole officer doing, putting a hold on?
As far as I know, there is no hold on him. My experience has been this isn't a felony, so there's a good likelihood they would not put a hold on him.
It would have been helpful if the people's bond recommendation actually stated what the true facts were of this condition, the fact that he's on parole. Doesn't state that. Doesn't state anything further with regard to safety. Given the nature of the charges involving intimate partner abuse, given the nature that he is on parole, bond be set at 3,500 cash surety. Release, also CST counseling must contact 5 days from release, pretrial program. In the matter of People versus Daniel Varnes on 244838, appearances for the record.
Thank you. Good morning, Your Honor. Melissa Hoover, here on behalf of the people.
Matthew Evans, on behalf of Mr. Varnes, will waive the formal reading and stand mute.
Court winner plea of not guilty. Is there the seeking court appointed?
Yes,
So I have pre-exam conference on 9/18 at 8:45, preliminary exam 9/24 at 10 a.m. That's in front of Judge Fickner. Esteban.
well, Your Honor, he is working for Lois K. Construction. He's been there 17 months. He indicates that he does have prior contacts. It appears that he had a SORA. He had a SORA violation in March of this year, but he said that's been taken care of. They put him on probation there. The last time he was in any serious charges was 2012. So he asked for a reasonable bond.
And from the people?
Thank you, Your Honor. I did file a rather lengthy bond recommendation.
I reviewed it.
To sum it up, Your Honor, in this case, the defendant, after spending approximately 1 to 2 weeks with this victim in a motel room, she was found deceased after approximately 2 days after a third party called law enforcement, and they responded to the motel room and found the victim in bed, badly beaten, and the defendant is nowhere to be found. He had fled the scene just prior to the arrival of law enforcement. The defendant, upon being interviewed by law enforcement, admitted to committing several acts of brutality against this victim, which I have detailed in the bond recommendation form. Based on those acts of brutality committed against this victim, based on the nature of the charges and the fact that pending the results of the autopsy in this matter, the charge very well might be amended to open murder. I would ask that the bond be set at a minimum $750,000, or if the court is so inclined, no bond be set in this matter. Thank you.
The court had already reviewed the bond recommendation. In that defendant is a slight risk, and also based on the nature of the charges, based on the prior record, the bond would be denied pursuant to court rule.
Thank you, Your Honor.
In the matter of People versus Donald.
Your Honor,
Yes.
could we have a pretrial services referral?
I'll leave that up to Judge Fickner to decide. At this time, no.
Thank you, Your Honor.
In regards to People versus Donald, 244059.
Excuse me. Matthew Evans on behalf of Mr. Donald. Yeah, apparently this is a bond violation.
Yeah, that's what apparently it was revoked. All right, let's do this. There is a hold. I'll recall the bench warrant and refer back to D1 for bond hearing. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. In the matter of People versus Molhagen, 244809.
Matthew Evans on behalf of Mr. Mulhagan. At this point, we'll waive the formal reading and stand mute. Your Honor, he is currently serving a sentence.
What's that again?
He
Go
is
ahead.
currently serving a sentence out of this court for a retail fraud second. His release date is in December. We're wondering if he could plea and have a concurrent sentence today.
He wants to plead guilty?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Mulligan, is that your understanding as well?
Yeah.
Any threats or promises been made to you in your plea of guilty?
Yes.
What?
You want me to plead guilty, right? It's a 93 misdemeanor?
Yeah, do you want to plead guilty?
Yes.
Is anyone threatening you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
Anyone promising you anything to plead guilty?
No?
So you're entering your plea then based on your own choice?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then you understand you have the right to be presumed innocent. You have You also have the right to have an attorney, to have a court one will be appointed for you. And you understand by entering your plea, you waive all those rights, including your right to the trial.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So then on or about June 22nd of this year, were you over on Blindley Road in Birchland Township, County of Saginaw, State of Michigan, at the Nike factory while it was open to the store, while it was to the public?
Yes, Your Honor, I was.
And did you steal some merchandise or attempt to steal some merchandise that was offered for sale that you did not pay for?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Anything further in taking the plea, Mr. Evans?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Court's up, plead guilty. Refer the matter to probation for a pre-sentence report. And then, let's see. 2,500 cash surety bond. All right. And this will all run concurrent, Mr. Mulligan. I just gotta have you talk to probation again, okay?
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah, take care. People versus Amanda Mazur, 892-5819-3766795B, 2013930, file number 173226 and 224257. Appearances for the record.
Matthew Evans on behalf of Miss Mazur.
Waive the reading.
Yes, we'll waive the reading, stand mute.
Let me take through the traffic first. For a minor plea of not guilty, officer signed counsel. PR bond. Regard to ticket number 3766795. You want me just to give credit time served since you've been in jail for a minute?
Yes.
And then, the ticket 3930, plea of not guilty, also signed counsel. PR. Now, with regard to the two misdemeanor files, court one or plea of not guilty, office of assigned counsel.
Just to let you.
Court one plea of not guilty, office of assigned counsel. Esteban,
Your Honor, she is working at, Mort's North Bar, which is on, State Park Road over in Bay City. She's been there about a year. She does have a 16-year-old that she's responsible for. I asked her about the why she didn't appear. She indicates she had some monetary problems, and I indicated to her that she needed to show up anyways, and they'll work with you. So I'm sure now that she knows that information that she'll appear, and we do know where she's working. So ask for PR bond.
Jill's good. Yeah, bring it. Thanks, man.
given the age of the cases, the bond will be a 7,500 PR, however, it is going to be with day reporting. On your next court dates, Ms. Missouri, I'm sure these are going to be resolved, including the traffic. Day reporting, which is 3 trials, going to be with you. Just for information, and then I'll come on with you. You're all set.
Thank you.
Thank you. People versus Danuzik, 424-7609-3070207B.
Matthew Evans on behalf of.
1010384ST 17931. All right, go ahead.
We'll waive the formal reading and stand mute.
All right. Court winner plea of not guilty, office of assigned counsel. With regard to the non-compliance ticket, I don't know what that is. I think it was an old seatbelt ticket from 2010. Just give credit, time served.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, done. Now with the traffic matters. On 7609, court winner plea of not guilty, office of assigned counsel. With regard to the 3070207B, there was a bench warrant issued, failed to pay fines and costs of $328 or 30 days. I'll recall the bench warrant and off on, let's see, we'll look at his. Is Stanzulik going, is she working at all?
Yes, she is a manager at the Denny's over there on Tittabawassee and 675. She's been there about 5 years. And she has 3 minor children.
Given that, those tickets are kind of old. With regard to the misdemeanor file, 2000 PR, but it is going to be with day reporting. Just, we got that one ticket to take care of. Contact traffic or Judge Clark's court so you can get set on a payment plan. You're all set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That's just a Timothy Jones, I think.
People versus Brian Jones, 223838. Ticket numbers 813557, 813528. We run out of room on it. Appearances for the record.
Matthew Evans on behalf of Mr. Jones. Your Honor, ask that the warrants be set aside.
Is there a reason why he failed to appear for sentencing back on, I don't even know, it's a while ago.
He indicated he was incarcerated in the Midland County Jail.
Okay. How long was he incarcerated for?
It was like a month.
We have a lot of bench warrants. Let me do this. 100 cash surety, 10% bond on the malicious destruction case. And then,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the amount, Judge.
2,500 cash surety, 10%.
Thank you.
And several bench warrants on these cases, so I'm just gonna put it on that and shoot it down on the traffic matter. These will all be resolved on the next court date, I'm sure, Mr. Jones.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll reset these. People versus Kokanee, Robbie Joe, 243917. Hearing for the record.
Matthew Evans on behalf of the defendant will waive the full-
Not guilty. Also assigned counsel.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then, pre-exam 917 at 3:15, preliminary exam 923 at 2:45. That's in front of Judge Hoffman. Esteban.
Your Honor, he's a lifetime resident of this area. He has a high school diploma. He's right now between jobs, but he's a heavy equipment operator. He's had one prior contact with about 30 years ago. He said he had a DUI when he was 18. But other than that, he has no prior record that I see. And we would ask for a PR bond.
7,500 PR.
She wants to.
In the matter of People versus Mitchell on 244953.
Matthew Evans on behalf of Mr. Mitchell will waive the formal reading and stand mute.
Runner plea of not guilty. Also assigned counsel. Pre-exam is 918 at 8:45. Preliminary exam 924 at 10:30. That's in front of Judge Fickner. Esteban.
Your Honor, we would ask for a PR bond. I looked at the people's recommendations. Their factor 4 that they're currently on probation. He is not currently on probation. So we would ask for a PR bond.
Given the nature of the charges, it is alleged that the defendant is charged with a crime that involves either strangulation or suffocation. In addition, it involves allegations of intimate partner abuse. There are prior cases involving intimate partner abuse, also prior cases involving CCW. Given the nature of the charges, given the concern for safety of the victim, safety of the community, bond will be set in an amount of $75,000 cash surety only, no contact with the victim, no firearms, no illegal controlled substances, no alcohol, and then GPS monitoring if released.
Thank you.
She just wants to postpone it.
In the matter of People versus Wadley on 235082, 8922797B, and 235081. Appearances for the record.
Matthew Evans on behalf of Mr. Wadley.
See, let's recall the bench warrants. Is there a reason why he didn't show up back in April?
Mr. Wadley?
Yes, Your Honor. I had car troubles when I talked to my lawyer and I was literally on my way to come to court, but my alternator and battery had went out, so we just now got our car fixed. Matter of fact, Monday, sir. So if I was to like if it was reinstated, I promise you I will be able to make it on time, and I'm able to be able to put money down on all 3 tickets tomorrow, sir. I promise I have car issues.
You haven't even resolved them yet. Have you been to the city?
You said what, sir?
Well, you got a couple income tax cases, and then you have that traffic matter with me. You know, these were all showing up. And if you had car problems back in April, we've had a lot of nice, beautiful days where you could have walked over from Phoenix.
I stay in Bay City, sir. I don't stay in Saginaw. I stay in Bay City.
I hear him bring her over.
Yeah, he's got a new address, Judge, which is 907 Stanton in Bay City, 48078. With
And
a
I don't
phone
have,
number.
me and my girl just moved down there, so we don't really have too many.
Well, you could have walked to Bay City. When did you move up there to Bay City?
Cause that just to change my life, and I had 2 kids, so I
When
had,
did you move up?
I've been down there for probably like a little bit over, I wanna say 15, 16 months.
That was like 2 bench warrants ago. You've been here. Just make it to court so you can resolve these, okay? So you don't have to worry about it and take care of your taxes. Because if you owe money to the city, pay it so they can dismiss the case and you don't get fined. And then they can fix the roads back here so they don't end up like the roads up in Bay City.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Jail. Thank you, Mr.
And what are we going to do with Mr. Martin?
I took that under advisement. I want to talk to CMH.
Okay, do I need to come back on?
So,
or-
what I was gonna do was talk to CMH, get a plan together, or at least let them know that he's released, so we can get back on his, medication and make sure that he has safe housing. So, all right, thank you.
Thank you.
Have
Have a good day.
Crew's here. Michelle, you gotta be someplace.
Yeah. 10:30 is not the one.
We'll get that. Check's right here. We'll go to the 10:30 pre-trials. Here. I just called for Schlamsky.
In the matter of People versus Yoder on 244106, Appearances for the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jane Wainwright on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Melissa Check appearing on behalf of Ms. Yoder, who's present today in your courtroom. Your Honor, this is the date and time set for a preliminary exam conference. I have applied to sobriety court. So she's already gone through the first assessment. We're waiting for her to do the second assessment. I see that this is set for a preliminary examination on September 18th. My client's prepared to waive her 21 days today. I'd ask that maybe that get pushed out 2 weeks so that I have time to follow up with sobriety court.
We'll just resend this.
Perfect.
And Ms. Schroeder, you do have the right to have a preliminary exam within 21 days. You're not waiving your right to the exam, just one will be held. So your attorney's indicated she wants to push it out a couple weeks, and you agree with that as well? All right, court determines waiver 21 days to be normally, voluntarily, understandably provided. We'll adjourn the 18th, so no need for that court date. And then we will find good cause to reset as a pre-exam conference.
Will that be set on the 18th, Judge, or am I just getting a whole new date?
No, you're getting a whole new date.
That works. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
That's Mr. Gonzalez.
In the matter of People versus Feldman, 244408. Appearances for the record.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Jane Wainwright on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Anthony Gonzalez on behalf of Mr. Feldman, who stands to my left. Oh, yeah.
All right, and what are we doing today?
Your Honor, today's the date time set for pretrial in this matter. I've had discussions with the APA. There has been an offer extended. At this time, we're asking to continue to final pretrial.
That's correct.
If you're continuing the final pretrial, is there has discovery been changed?
Your Honor, I have received all discovery.
Okay, anything that's left outstanding?
Not that I'm aware of, Your Honor, at this time.
Right, we'll continue then to final pretrial.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This one's on. With Adam.
In the matter of People versus Amber Leclerc, 153538. There's no Mr. Kanachowski.
Morning, Your Honor. And Kanachowski on behalf of Ms. Leclerc.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Mr. Wood, you want to put your appearance on the record?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. I'm Special Assistant Attorney General Mitchell Wood for the people.
Okay. And what are we doing today?
It's a date and time set for a pre-exam conference, Your Honor. Myself and Mr. Wood spoke this morning. My client has tendered a payment towards her arrears of $4,500 this morning. She's also been making payments as the case has been pending. We're asking that the matter get set for a plea in 30 days. Upon, I believe, another monthly payment, she should get a reduction of this.
Oh, okay. So we're just going to adjourn this and reset it?
Acceptable, Mr. Wood?
Yes, it is. Mr. Kanachowski, did you check on the bond order yet?
I have not.
So I have $1,000.
Yeah, we should have submitted a Ms. Brenner that I'm releasing that. If not, I'll
If you, yeah, I don't have a problem.
Mr. Wood, can I sign your name to the stipulation with permission?
You can, and I appreciate it, yes.
All right. So we'll reset. How far out do you want it?
30 days, Your Honor, would be fine.
Reset 30 days out, and then we take the plea on that day.
Perfect.
All right. Anything else, Mr. Wood?
Judge, are we going to get a date today?
No, we'll send it out in the mail.
Very well. And the AG may once again appear via Zoom?
Yes. Yep. No
Thank you very much, Judge.
As
Thank
well
you.
as Ms. Leclerc.
Yes. Ms. Leclerc. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Fine. Continue. Good luck, everyone.
Glad you said so. See if it's charged. Check.
In the matter of People versus Brett Lackey, 244157.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Jane Wainwright on behalf of the people.
Morning, Your Honor. And Ken Chesky on behalf of Mr. Lackey. He's present, Your Honor.
I don't know if I'm
Here. Bench warrant. It is. Bench warrant, 2,500 cash surety, 10% bond. Okay, thank you. Ms. Leclerc, you're all set. You can maybe log you out.
All right, thank you, sir.
That was left. He's left. I called him to the office.
We got one.
Oh, God.
Need a break or so? Okay.
I'm doing okay. Please don't go so fast, please.
Oh. In the matter of People versus Lee, 244584. Okay. Mr. Curry, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
In the matter of People versus Bradshaw, sorry, I didn't see you over off to the left. 24594 appearances for the record.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Jane Waver on behalf of people.
Robert Curry, on behalf of Ms. Bradshaw.
Yes. And what are we doing today?
My understanding is a plea agreement, Judge.
Okay.
That's correct, Your Honor. The defendant will be pleading guilty to reckless driving with a sentence agreement of 1 year probation with 60 days scram or soberly, alcohol assessment and counseling, and there's $1,500 fines and costs.
Correct, Judge.
What'd you say for fines? Well,
$1,500, Judge.
what'd you say for your recommendation for sobering?
1 year probation plus 60 days scram or soberly.
Is there a reason why people are making a recommendation?
It is pursuant, my boss's judge, I'm not sure what the reason is, but there was something to do with the motions that were filed in this case.
And Ms. Bradshaw, is that your understanding as well?
Yes.
Have any threats or promises been made to you in your plea of guilty? Entering your plea of guilty then based on your own choice.
Yes.
You were given advice of rights, understand you waived them all, including the right to a trial.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So let's go back to the date then. On or about December 23rd of 2023, were you over on Weiss Street near the VA hospital in the city of Saginaw, county of Saginaw, state of Michigan?
Yes.
And had you been operating a motor vehicle on a public road or on an area open to public vehicles?
Yes, sir.
Had you been drinking prior to the time of your driving?
Sir.
Did you take a breathalyzer or blood draw? And also you were operating the vehicle in a reckless manner then?
Yes.
All right, anything further in taking the plea? All right. So accept the plea of guilty. What I'm gonna do though is refer to probation, allows me a little more background. I have some from our prior court appearance. But I like a little more, and then also they'll start doing the assessments. And then I'm not sure if I'm gonna follow that recommendation based on the assessment. I'm gonna do more, add other things to it. But at least then we'll come back in 45 days to 60 days, and then we'll get this matter resolved so that you can continue on your path to recovery. All right, good luck, Ms. Bradshaw.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Is there a Culberson, Pratt, Johnson, or Williams?
In the matter of People versus Eaton,
I don't think.
235472. Oh, I thought the public defender was here.
Yeah, I told them that.
All right. Here, we do this. Ms. Eden, it says here you didn't appear for an arraignment, so let's get that bench warrant recalled. Let me read the charge to you then. You're charged with retail fraud in the 3rd degree. That is a 93-day misdemeanor maximum penalty or $500 fine or 3 times the amount stolen or attempted to be stolen, whichever is greater. Do you understand the nature of the charges against you?
Yes.
All right. So the court will enter a plea of not guilty. Are you going to hire a lawyer or seek court appointed? Office of Assigned Counsel. And then, let's see, I have your address over on Beach Street. Is that still the correct address?
Yes.
All right. And then you'll make all future court appearances. Say yes? All right, 7,500 PR. All right, we're all set. Have a seat. We'll get you over to Office of Assigned Counsel. In the matter of People versus Lee, is there a Lee? Lee?
Mr. Fogle.
Okay.
He's here.
Appearances for the record.
And Gates Monte Lee, who is standing to my left, we waive the formal reading and enter plea of not guilty or referral to the office of second counsel.
Court will enter plea of not guilty, office of assigned counsel, and Esteban.
Esteban, Mr. Lee lives at 3284 Sagamore Court, Bay City, Michigan 48706. He's been there for 2 years. He's been in Bay City for 8 years. He does have gainful employment at Home Depot. He's been there for about a month now. We are asking the court for a PR bond.
All right. Okay, PR bond, you get a notice, Court Office of assigned counsel. Just be careful next time. You're all set. People versus Roush on 232485.
Well, Your Honor, John Moe on behalf of the defendant, we waive the formal reading, client would stand muted.
Court will enter plea of not guilty, where you've been retained.
Correct.
Court dates, pre-exam 9/11 at 9:30, preliminary exam 9/25 at 2:15. That's back in this courtroom. And then as to,
Thank you, Your Honor. My client's lived in Saginaw County all his life. This case involved one son who's currently 17, but he does have a 3-year-old daughter who he has custody of, so they live here. He's not going anywhere. Came in on his own volition. It's a child support case, so it's not a violent crime or anything. I asked that the court consider a PR bond. He said he'd come to all future court required dates.
I'm going to address the issue of bond at a later date. There is a minimum of $500 that's required. But at this time, 7,500 PR. We'll address the minimum requirement at a later date. I'm going to address the bond. There's a minimum required bond of $500. If you can post it today, that's great. If not, I'm going to readdress that at the next court date.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Where do I pay the 500?
We'll get it taken care of. If you-
John, you get the paperwork. We'll just meet you in the hallway. Give it, I'll have him wait in the hallway here. All right, thanks.
Yeah, the arrearage is like 13,000, so they want a quarter of it.
That was 27.
Yeah, so the minimum, just do the minimum. Okay, all right, thanks. Take care, Ms. Fuller. People versus Williamson on 244667. Ms. Wainwright, we're waiting for Ms. Slomsky, is that correct?
Yes, Judge, I think Attorney Roby's covering,
Oh, okay.
and he is here. Still
He
talking.
took him
All right.
outside.
We'll call it case Susan.
Okay.
Thank you. Appearances for the record.
Hannah Gates, on behalf of Mr. Williamson, who is standing to my right, we waive the formal reading and enter plea of not guilty or referral to OAC.
Court will enter plea of not guilty, office of assigned counsel. And then as to bond.
Esteban, Mr. Williamson lives at 209 North 14th Street, Saginaw, Michigan 48601. He has been there for 4 years. He is a lifelong resident of Saginaw of 33 years. He does have gainful employment at Blue Diamond Steel Cap. He's been there for 4 years now. He does support 2 children under the age of 18. We are asking the court for a PR bond. I did talk to him about the alleged victim. She will not be staying at that residence while this is pending.
Last 2 weeks, defendants appeared voluntarily. Bond is set at 7,500 PR. No contact with the victim. No firearms, no illegal controlled substances, no alcohol. All right. Okay, let's see, then let's field officer. In the matter of People versus Gibbs, 244218.
Your Honor, I've checked and she's not here.
Are you Miss Gibbs? No. All right. That one back all over there. In the matter of People versus Randy Boyd, 244704.
Your Honor, having needs on behalf of Mr. Boyd, who is standing to my right.
Okay. Waive the reading.
Yes, Your Honor, waive the formal reading and to plead not guilty. Referral to the Office of Assigned Counsel.
Plea of not guilty, Office of Assigned Counsel, and then Esteban.
Esteban, Mr. Boyd lives at 4461 North Coolidge Avenue, Harrison, Michigan 48625. He's been there for about a month, Your Honor. He does have a pending case upstairs with Calhoun. We do understand the no contact order. We are asking the court for a PR bond.
Sure. When you say, I'm showing a couple pending cases.
Yes, Your Honor. He's on bond for both of those, I believe on Tower, Your Honor.
Part of his bond condition is to have no contact with a Lori Itoni. Gonna be remanding him to custody. At this time, no bond. Pending the bond hearing, we need to have a seat over in the.
On this way.
I'll contact Judge Jackson's court to see what they want to do. That bond condition was established by Judge Clark and was continued on. He's also to have no contact with minor children. And then there was another pending matter. He was on a GPS tether.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. In the matter of People versus George Williams. All right, there's Mr. Williams. Called your case earlier.
Case number or ticket number?
That's on 2022209.
Say again,
22209. Okay. Failed to appear for a pretrial back in July of 23. You able to zoom in? Are you still living in Detroit?
No,
Are you in Saginaw?
yes.
Oh, okay, we had your address in Detroit for some reason. Yep. In the matter of People versus Pratt, file number 717405, and then also tickets tickets A, B, and C.
Yes, Your Honor, Ms. Crawford is standing to my right. We waive the formal reading and enter plea not guilty referral to the office of the Sign Council.
Office of the Sign Council. PR bond.
And Your
And then
Honor,
on the civil infractions, plea of not responsible.
yes, Your Honor.
Set for pretrial.
And Your Honor, she has the paperwork showing that she has her license and her plate. If she were to go down to traffic, could she get that resolved?
It is not a waivable. The officer did not write it as a waivable ticket. So what we have to do is just bring it all back. I don't have the power to dismiss that nor the authority to dismiss that. So when you come back on the next court date, these will all be handled. So if you just want to go to OAC while you're here.
Okay, because the officer said that if I had that paperwork, he will work with it.
Well, I'm sure the officer may have said that, but he certainly didn't write it in his ticket. And I'm sure he will, but he didn't put it, if he would have wrote it as a waivable, he could have handled it today, but he did not.
So
So-
just keep all that information when I come back.
Yep, and that's, I'm sure is all gonna be resolved. Make sure you tell the court, and or the magistrate all that as well, okay?
Okay, because the car at the moment right now is, turned over to my sister. It's my sister and we had this have agreement when I get my license together, then she can switch it back.
Okay, all right.
So just want to-
Take care, ma'am. Yeah, I'm sure it's all gonna be resolved. We want you to keep your license and have that license. and
Because
not
I
be-
had appointments today to go get them, so I
Yeah.
gotta just wait on this.
Looks like we're on that path then. All
Thank
right,
you.
take care, bye-bye. In the matter of People versus Culberson on 2620651.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor. Hannah Gates on behalf of Ms. Culberson, who is standing to my right. We waive the formal reading. Enter a plea of not guilty and referral to OAC.
All right, court winner plea of not guilty, OAC 2000 PR. All right, good luck, man.
What was that name again, Judge?
It was,
Culberson?
yep, Culberson on 2620651.
206.
I got, sorry about that. I know I said I would call it. In the matter of People versus Blackwell on 244730, appearances for the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jane Wainwright on behalf of the people.
Morning, Your Honor. David Roby, standing in for the attorney of record, Patricia Slonsky, and that's with Mr. Blackwell's permission. Is that correct?
And what are we doing today?
Judge, I think we're just continuing on.
That's correct, Your Honor. There's been no offer to consider, so we're just going to go forward. Come back at the next scheduled date.
I have that on the 18th at 10:45. Let's see, you're still over on South Michigan?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And then you been checking in with your case manager?
Yeah.
Great. Anything else? Okay. All right. And we'll see you on the 18th.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Last one is Sarah Johnson, 8927263.
Good morning, Your Honor. Hannah Gates on behalf of Ms. Johnson, who is walking up to the podium now. We waive the formal reading, enter plea of not guilty, and referral to OAC.
PR bond, and then, let's see. I think Ms. Johnson may want to just head over to Secretary of State's office as well at some point, so we can get you your license. So, all right, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, just go to OAC, and I'm sure this will be resolved on your next court date. I guess we have two more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can walk you.
Who are they? I don't have a picture.